this is my blocking level for Project Alogia, which means poverty of speech. Now for the first half of the level here, I just try to get the player introduced to the basic mechanics of LittleBigPlanet of jumping and grabbing. And I also used it to supplement the fact that it's basically a half a tutorial here. I try to introduce the world here so the player knows what they're getting into as they step into. So there's going to be story elements here, as you can see right here. So this gives the player motivation to come out into the world. The camera angle also partially shows the solution to the first puzzle of leaving the house, which is to jump out the window, which teaches the player how to jump, of course. From here they can see the second puzzle, which is getting onto the roof, because that is the only way to progress, because as you go over here to the left, this wall here impedes their progress, so they can't go that way. And this also teaches them how to grab. So here I say that anything soft here can be grabbed. So you actually need to use this to go over there and jump on to solve that puzzle. And then anything that's hanging can also be grabbed. And I use these elements consistently throughout the level, so this is a good introduction. And onto the roof. Here on the roof I put these bridges here so that the player doesn't have to worry about dropping down and then going all the way around here and basically going through all the motions of, they've already solved these puzzles, so they don't need to go through it again. So it's just kind of a wasted experience if they had to drop down. So I put these bridges here. So these billboards introduce the player to the world. This world is basically a storybook world, and in this world, words are sort of an economy. Only the upper class of people are used as characters in stories in this world. So there are people who know how to speak words. Everybody else uses essentially sign language. And the economy of the spoken word is that basically the more common the word is, the less worth it has. For verbs, since verbs have actual power in this world, like saying stop would stop something, these are very important words. As such, they're also very expensive words. So this would be equivalent of like $20 in this world. So $20 for a cupcake and some tea, that's a lot. Pass by the first checkpoint and then go up this bridge down here. This signifies to break into the second part of the level, where we actually test a player, where if they fail a challenge now, they will die. And then continue on. Here is a jumping puzzle. They can grab this and swing across to make this gap that they can't otherwise clear. And then we're consistent with the elements here. So again, hanging things can be grabbed, and then soft looking things can also be grabbed. So you pull this block out here to get a jumping point, and then you're back here to grabbing hanging things to swing across. And this teaches the player the other LittleBigPlanet 3 mechanic, which is climbing. So you hold R1 and you can climb up walls. And I tell them press X here to jump on it and get onto the next layer. Now from here on, I teach the player the new mechanics that I created for this level using LittleBigPlanet's visual scripting elements. So as the player is exposed to new words that are spoken to them, they learn these words. And since words are, very important in a story, they give the player actual power over how they do things. So here the player learned up and away. So if you jump here and then press X again, you get a double jump essentially. This level here, or this portion level, is used to teach the player how to use those mechanics. So ordinarily they can't clear that gap, as you can see here with a standard jump. But if they use up and up, they can clear them. And you can see here the lights guiding the player to their next location. And then here I I go through the climbing again. And this introduces the player to the next mechanic, which is away, which is essentially an air dash. I put a gap here so that the player doesn't fall and die if they fail this. So pressing L2 here, you'll drop down. Press X again and you can get back up here again. But that's why that's there. And this is where the player gets tested on actually using a way. If they were to fall here, they would die. But if they use up in the way properly, like I did not, I did, they will pass. And that is a level.